What are common mistakes when making cream of asparagus soup? If you're eager to whip up a delicious and creamy cream of asparagus soup, but want to avoid some common pitfalls, you're in the right place. Let's break down the mistakes you should watch out for to ensure your soup turns out perfect. First off, one of the biggest mistakes is adding too much dairy too early. When you add a lot of cream or milk too soon, it can curdle when exposed to heat, which ruins the texture of your soup. Instead, add dairy products towards the end of cooking to maintain that smooth and luxurious texture. Another critical mistake is not letting the soup cool down before blending it. If you blend hot soup, it can expand and even explode in the blender, making a mess all over your kitchen. Always turn off the heat and let the soup cool completely before blending it, especially if you're using a stand blender. Seasoning is also a key area where people often go wrong. Many forget to season the ingredients as they add them to the soup, only seasoning at the very end. This can result in a soup that lacks depth of flavor. Make sure to season each ingredient as you go along to get the best flavor out of your soup. Using the wrong type of milk can also affect the quality of your soup. Skim milk, for instance, is too watery and may not provide the creamy texture you're looking for. Opt for whole or 2% milk for a richer and creamier soup. When it comes to blending, using an immersion blender can be convenient, but if you don't have one, a regular blender works fine too. Just do it in batches to avoid overloading the blender with hot liquid. Adding potatoes can be a great way to thicken your soup, but make sure to cook them long enough. Potatoes need about 20 to 25 minutes to soften completely, so add them early in the cooking process to get the desired thickness. Finally, be mindful of the type of broth you use. If you're using a salted broth, reduce the amount of added salt to avoid an overly salty soup. Unsalted broth is usually the better choice to give you more control over the seasoning. By avoiding these common mistakes, you'll be well on your way to creating a delicious, creamy, and healthy cream of asparagus soup that everyone will love.